friends. Not the video I wanted to bring you. Yesterday morning, I came out to start a video and I was harvesting things, lots of herbs. I was harvesting the remainder of our broccoli and showing you different things, how I do it. And I was bringing everything in the house, getting ready to preserve it. And my husband said on the weather app that we had a tornado warning. And I thought he was joking because in my whole life, living in the same 60, 70-mile radius of my whole life living here, we've never had a tornado warning. And I checked, and that's what it said for later in the afternoon. And the sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. And the weather app's always wrong. When they say we're going to get rain, we never get rain. When they say it's going to sun, we get rain. You know how it goes. Anyway, by mid-afternoon, the skies got very dark, but there wasn't any wind. There wasn't anything like silly roosters. There wasn't any wind, anything like that to indicate more than maybe a rain shower. Well, in a blink of an eye, we got the most massive winds and rain, and I'm not going to say hail. They were just huge raindrops that were just unbelievable. It moved our furniture outside. It moved trailers. It moved garbage cans. So you can imagine what it did to the garden. I'm in no mood for that rooster right now either. And so we had to wait it out. It lasted a good half hour. And it wasn't per se a tornado. It was just a horrible, horrible storm. And since then, we have been without power, without electricity, without internet, really with no communication to the outside world. And where I live, if I don't have electricity, I rarely get a Wi-Fi signal. So the little bit I could get, I did find out that Ottawa, which is about an hour away from me west, the parts of Ottawa did get an actual tornado. So they were right on parts of that. Anyway, it did do quite a bit of damage to my garden. And if it was just that, I would be deflated, but not completely. It's just that everything this year for the garden has been so defeating to me. I'm having a pity party right now, and I'm sorry. It's not generally in my nature to be like this, but I had issues right from the beginning with weather. I had such poor seed germination, and then that skunk, and then more weather issues. And I haven't said anything, but the last 3 or 4 months, I've been having some major health issues that the little bit of time I can spend in the garden and to make a video, which I absolutely love to do, and I'm meeting the most wonderful people, and the support you are giving me means so much to me, that even if it's a little setback, it feels like a mountain. And now I just feel like I encountered Mount Everest. So I came out last night and we fixed some of the damage quickly because it continued to rain, and we had to get like the generator going in the house and for the freezers and things like that. But some of it I still have to deal with today. Some things are hopefully not lost, but I think they are lost. And I'll give you a little bit of an overview. It may not seem on camera there's a lot of damage, but to me, I garden like there's no grocery stores. I garden because we eat off this from one season, garden season, to the next garden season. We truly do not buy fruits or vegetables all winter long and all spring until the next garden season. So what I can't harvest in the garden means I have to buy in a store. And personally, that's a failure to me, even though these are circumstances outside of my control, except for my health issues. So it's very, very upsetting. It's very defeating, deflating. I don't know what words to use. Um, it's just a very upsetting day for me today. So I'll take you around, I'll show you a bit, and I'm hoping things bounce back. It's just sad. It's my passion, it's what I live for. It's good for my mental health. It gets me through the winter knowing I can look forward to this. And it's just very sad. So I'll show you around. I'll show you what I'm going to do to fix a few things. And we'll take it from there and hope for a better day. And my lettuce tower that was still going strong, giving me lettuce every single day. We've been having salads for so long, was completely toppled over. So I stuck the levels flat on the ground, and some of them seem to be coming back. Some of them are destroyed, so I'm just letting them sit like that for now. I'll cut some of them right down to the bottom like I would normally how I'm cutting it. I don't know if it'll recover or not, but none of them had been bolting really. They were still going strong. So hopefully that's not another loss. So this is a pile of the pepper plants that didn't make it. They all broke off right at the base, completely knocked over. And I think I staked about 8 of them, hoping that they'll survive, but I'm not counting on it. I do plant a lot of peppers, so that's a bonus because I enjoy them so much. I won't get the harvest I hoped on, but at least I'll have something. So I think I'm going to put a stake here and a stake at the other end, just there, and run a strong cord on either side just to keep them propped up. And last night I put this in the ground for these ones, so at least they had something to lean on. And I'll probably have to do it for another bunch of beans down there. And it's a shame because they're just starting to give off beans. Oh, here's all the branches that broke off from one row of tomatoes. I had to cut some of them because they were just hanging, and the other ones were just completely broken off. So I guess they needed a trim anyway, right? So it's a new day today. Yesterday I gave up after a while. It was so hot, humid, and muggy, and I was feeling very discouraged. But today I feel better. It's gorgeous out. It's still hot, but obviously it's a beautiful day. I'm feeling better. My outlook is better. And here amongst all my winter squashes, I did lose all of any flowers that there were and any fruit that was bearing because the fruits were all still so young. There's one flower there, and for some reason, two of the zucchini plants, they kept their flowers and they each kept whatever fruit they were bearing. Let the car pass. So I guess I have to start from fresh I have a spaghetti squash, sugar pie, pumpkin, Cinderella pumpkin. There's 3 types of watermelon. I have like a honey boat squash. All of them lost their flowers and their fruit. And the beans, I, for the most part, got propped up. Like I said, I lost quite a few peppers, a lot of branches on the tomatoes, and a lot of the flowers, the potatoes. But anyway, it's a new day. And I didn't mean to sound so down yesterday. I know it. People are probably saying, but look, her garden's still flourishing. It's still growing. And yes, it is. My point was that it was just so many things on top of one another. It was just like the final nail in the coffin. And when you're not feeling well, each little setback just seems like a tremendous big mountain to come across. But I have a new mindset today. I'm feeling better. And today I'm just going to putter in the garden like nothing happened. I think I can actually harvest a few green beans. I have some weeding to do. I'm just going to sit on my little stool and putter away, which is my absolute favorite thing to do in the garden. So stick around, watch me putter, and enjoy the thing that I love to do the most, and that's just spend time in my garden. This is turning out to be my most favorite thing, and it did get quite knocked over by the winds and rain, but these were all those wild flower mix seeds I just threw in my herb garden here, and between them and the chamomile, it's just so pretty. I'm enjoying it so much, and not even all of them have bloomed yet. There's still like half the garden to go, and I just love it so much. I could just sit right here and be very happy. This is what I'm going to get started on now. This one's mainly bunching onions, and I think just a few Spanish onions. Whoops, sorry. And I have some turnip, some strawberries, and just some zinnias in the back. But after a couple of good rains, the weeds are just everywhere. And honestly, I really don't mind weeding. It's monotonous. It's easy for me. I just sit there and enjoy the birds and the sounds and being outside. But even I have my limits. I wanted to show you how far down I usually cut the broccoli, especially these offshoots, because the broccoli is still very tender all the way down the shoot. And even if I find it getting tougher, all you have to do is literally peel the outside like skin, and inside is as tender as up high. So there's a lot of broccoli still to be used if you cut further down on the broccoli stem. You just have to peel the exterior. That's the tough part. inside is still plenty tender. So don't waste all these long broccoli stems. They're still really good. Well, he got big really fast. I just checked him yesterday and he didn't seem ready to pick, but he is now. You have to check all the time, in no time at all. There's a few baby ones growing, so I have to check regularly. So he'll make a nice addition to tonight's salad. So it's getting to be the hottest part of the day right now, so I think I'm gonna head in and cool off for a while. And then I usually come out later in the day and putter some more or water and tend to things then. But it's getting pretty hot right now. So I'll go in and rest for a bit and that's it. Um, I'm sorry this wasn't the usual perfect perky homestead video that most are used to, but I said right from the start that I would show the good, the bad, the ugly, and this was me being ugly, probably not handling the situation very well, but it got to me after a while, and today's better. Today I'm handling things better, and some things, hopefully everything bounces back just fine, and maybe certain things won't. And I guess that's going to have to be okay too. But that's how I felt for the last 24, 48 hours. Our power came back yesterday afternoon, so that was huge. No fun when you have no water and no electricity. Anyway, so thank you for being with me. Thank you for your patience. I'm sorry it wasn't the usual me, but it was me. That's the thing. This is me. Oh, until we're together again. Take care.